Yo, what's up everybody, what's up? Welcome back for another video. We got 9 straight minutes of NBA facts. Not quite sure, most of these are probably some facts I never known, never heard of, and would probably be surprised by them. But yeah, thanks for watching, subscribe if you're new. Shout out to Johnny Arnett for the video. I will put the link to the actual video down below so you can check them out and subscribe to the channel as well. But enough talking, let's get into the video and let it go.
So, I have a bunch of random clusters of information in my notes, but a lot of these interesting facts have never made it into any of my videos. So then it occurred to me, why does a script really matter? Maybe I should just throw out a bunch of interesting and random facts about basketball, and who knows, maybe you guys will enjoy it. Let me know if you do in the comment section.
You thought he had later.
Let's get into it. Phil Jackson coached Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, Kobe Bryant, and Shaquille O'Neal. Some of the greatest players of NBA history, but Phil was pretty good at getting as much as he could out of the talent he had, and there may be no stat that better proves this point than this one. Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, Kobe Bryant, and Shaquille O'Neal. With Phil Jackson as their coach, combined, they played for 33 seasons and won 20 championship rings. Without Phil Jackson as their coach, those same players combined for 37 seasons and won 1 ring. Wow. Many of you have heard your dad or grandpa go on and on about how physical the game used to be, whether it be in the 70s, 80s, or 90s. But you should tell them about the 1890s.
The 1890s?
Basketball makes the bad boy Pistons look soft. Basketball was invented in 1891, and in the early years, basketball players were adapting from playing more physical traditional sports, like rugby and American football. Because of this, the game was extremely physical, and it also had a chaotic atmosphere with its fans. Steel mesh cages had to be constructed around the courts to keep excited spectators from interfering with play. Players were slammed against the cages and sometimes cut themselves on the metal wire. This frequently resulted in basketball courts being...
Why do you feel like you need to have a cage? That's like... Oh my God, bro.
Covered in blood each night. The players were nicknamed cagers during this period of basketball history. Fortunately, everyone was pretty relieved when rope mesh nets replaced the steel cages.
They should have been that players getting cut up by the cages.
The value of home court advantage has been steadily declining throughout the years. The home team is winning far less often than they used to. In the 1987-88 season, the home team won 67.9% of the time. That means the average NBA home team was playing on a level of a 55-win team. That's a huge percentage. Advantage. Throughout the 2000s, the average was around 60%, and in the last few seasons leading up to the pandemic, the home team's average win percentage is closer to 55%.
Wow, that's a
now with there currently being no fans in the stands, home court advantage has essentially become obsolete.
Yeah,
there's been
it's like it don't matter now.
As to why home court advantage has been shrinking over the years. But it essentially boils down to the fact that players are living more comfortable and luxurious lives even on road trips. In case you didn't know, Steph Curry is really efficient at making three-pointers. But just how efficient? Well, James Harden could make his next 800 straight three-point shots without missing once, and he would still not be as efficient as shooting three-pointers as Steph Curry is.
Damn.
Rasheed Wallace was a great basketball player who may get his own video at some point, but he also had a temper and a legendary...
Yeah, he did. He was crazy.
Wallace has the most ejections in...
Oh, she has some issues, bro.
That's more than twice as much as the
29 takes his whole career.
DeMarcus Cousins with 14.
That's still a
lot.
lot.
Michael Jordan did not exist, Karl Malone would go from 0 scoring titles to 5, which would put him only behind Wilt Chamberlain for the most of all time. A lot of people say that John Stockton is the all-time assist leader because of his longevity, but if that's your opinion, consider this. Of the 6 highest assists per game seasons of all time, John Stockton has 5 of them. Only one player in NBA history has over 25,000 points, 10,000 rebounds, 5,000 assists, 1,500 steals, and 1,500
it's a powerful.
Got any guesses on who
Kevin
that player
Garnett
is? That player is the all-time great power forward, Kevin Garnett. Shaquille O'Neal wasn't a very good free throw shooter, but just how bad was he? Well, consider this. Based on history, there's a greater chance of either the Lakers or Celtics making the NBA Finals on any given season than there is of Shaquille O'Neal making a free throw.
His free throw percentage was horrible.
Kobe Bryant and Dirk Nowitzki were both adapting to the evolving NBA as their careers came to a close. Each player's final season was very low scoring by their standards, but they were also the seasons where they shot easily their highest percentage of three-point attempts. In 11 out of the last 20 seasons of NBA Finals history, at least one regular starter has missed a game in the finals due to an injury. Your best players missing time in the finals doesn't mean there needs to be an asterisk by it.
Heartbreaking right there when
it's pretty much
KD got hurt
expected at this point. Ruben Patterson referred to himself as the Kobe stopper during his days matched up with a Mamba.
Did they kiss each other?
He played against Kobe 23 times, and in those games, Patterson allowed Kobe to score 29.3 points per game.
So how you the Kobe stopper who averaged 29 points on you? Man.
In that same stretch of time, from 1999 to 2008, Kobe was averaging 26.8 points per game.
So he averaged more points against just that one person.
Yeah, this probably wasn't the best nickname for Patterson. Contrary to popular belief, players now are typically the same size as players from years past. I'm sure you've heard people discredit old school greats like Bill Russell and Wilt Chamberlain because they played against smaller competition. Well, that's actually false. The average height of the modern player is 6 foot 6 inches tall. Throughout the majority of the 1960s, it was also 6 foot 6 inches tall. And throughout the 80s, 90s, and 2000s, it was actually an inch taller at 6'7". The argument can still be made that players today are generally more athletic than players from years past. But as far as taller, no, that's absolutely incorrect. They say defense wins championships.
That's crazy. I thought it would be
more often
taller.
than not, this is actually true. 42 championship teams of NBA history were ranked in the top 5 of the league offensively, while 53 championship teams were ranked in the top 5 in the league defensively. Speaking of defense winning championships, the 1961, 63, and 64 Celtics are the only teams to ever win the championship as the best defensive team, while also being the worst offensive team in the league.
That's
Obviously,
crazy.
Bill Russell's greatness had a lot to do with that. There still has never been a team to win the championship as the best offensive team, while also being the worst defensive
I never thought about it.
But Brooklyn looks like they might get close to that accomplishment this season. Speaking of this year's Nets, Brooklyn is averaging a ridiculous 121.1 points per game as a team. That's the highest team.
That's kind of expected because they got 3 players on the team that can average 30 a game. They want to.
123.7 points per game. Denver had the second worst defense in the league that season, so there's at least a couple things they have in common with Brooklyn. In case you're wondering, the highest team average for a season was the Philadelphia Warriors in 1962, who averaged 125.4 points per game. And unsurprisingly, Wilt Chamberlain accounted for 50 of those per game. There has only been one player to ever lead his team to back-to-back championships while being the only All-Star on his team, and that was
Hakeem the
in the
Dream.
1994 and 1995 season. When Wilt Chamberlain averaged over 50 points and over 25 rebounds in 1962, believe it or not, he was actually not the league's MVP that season. That honor went to the Celtics' Bill Russell, and Oscar Robertson, who averaged a triple-double that season, also finished with more first-place votes than Wilt Chamberlain did. The first basketball game in the history of the world took place in 1891 in Springfield, Massachusetts, which apparently had a peach basket that was nailed to some railing of a gymnasium. The game lasted for 30 minutes and had an epic final score of 1-0.
1-0 in 30 minutes?
A 6'8" center who played 7 seasons in the BAA and NBA from 1946 to 1953. He played for several teams, and among them was the Boston Celtics. Now here's the thing, Mankin liked to shoot the basketball, but he wasn't very good at it. Unfortunately, he had the worst career field goal percentage of all time at 27.2%.
What?
In 1949 with the Indianapolis Jets, he averaged 10 points per game on 18.2 shots per game and only hit 24.6%.
What?
John Mankin was out there as a center, shooting without even a quarter worth of efficiency, and the dude's shooting nearly 20 times a game.
That's crazy.
His coach must have been pulling his hair out. That's not even a good batting average, let alone a field goal.
That's crazy. That picture was crazy too.
Facts for this video. Let me know in the comments section which one you thought was the most interesting, and if you have any random facts that you would like to share with the rest of us. Thanks for watching as always. Make sure to like and subscribe for more basketball content, and I'll see you guys in the next video.
All right. The most interesting fact to me was probably probably the last one that dude shot not even 30% from the field, was averaging 10 points a game, shooting almost 20 shots a game. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. He got a lot of videos with NBA facts. So I probably have a whole lot of videos on these. So if you want to see some more on these NBA facts, let me know, and I'll make sure I will do those videos. But thanks for watching. Let me know what's your most interesting fact that was on this video. And just comment below. And like I said before, check out Johnny Arnett. Check out his channel. Subscribe to him. Tell him I sent you guys. And if you haven't subscribed to me, what are you doing? Why you not subscribed yet? Anyway, thanks for watching, y'all. Stay tuned for more videos, and I'm out.